Hey folks, so this is a pretty big problem I've been noticing for 6 years now. And it started when I worked at Little Caesars, that being illiteracy. And it's very weird that I live in a college town where so many people just show signs that they really just can't read. Not casually, not professionally, just not at all, really. And how do I see it at a pizza joint? People would just come inside, look at the menu for however long, and go like, they would either ask, "What's that?" or "How much is that?" I always had to bite my tongue so I didn't say, "Go back to kindergarten and learn how to read." I would hold down my own pride in saying that and just track where they were pointing at and tell them what they were asking. And a couple people would actually want a hot and ready pizza, $5, and occasionally make a joke about $5.30. I thought it was just $5. But one actually, I could tell by his tone, was legitimately confused and asked, "Where's the other 30 cents come from? I thought it was just $5." So I explained, "It's the local tax." That alone just set the light bulb for him. Oh. But yeah, so many people showed me in my 2.5 years at Little Caesars that they really just can't read. And I thought, how are these people in a college town not able to read effectively? Whether they're in college or are middle aged or even elderly, they don't even show signs of dyslexia. They just can't read. I can understand if there's a dyslexic, just like anyone who can't read books and wants to, but find the words confusing. Yeah, I can understand that. But some people who do not want to read books and hate books, but still have to read signs, menus, stuff like that, and they're frustrated when things don't go their way and they try to point something out, and you realize very quickly what's wrong. You're like, why are they trying to act like they know how to do my job? Seriously. Just seriously. So, after quitting Little Caesars and going for retail again, second time since I worked at Walmart, these people are even worse. Going from trying to use coupons that were expired by a month, or a little detail in the coupon that doesn't work, and they got frustrated and say, "It's supposed to work! It's supposed to work!" to an incident that happened yesterday. I work in the pickup part of Kroger, formerly called Clicklist, and has a sign for the pickup area where the people are supposed to come by and park and wait for us to deliver their stuff. It literally says pickup location. All of us know that occasionally there will be someone who stops, doesn't even have an order, but gets out and just goes inside and shops. And this person yesterday, well, two people really, they get out of their car. I don't even hear what they say. They say something, and I'm thinking, okay, who's the guy talking to? And as I pass by their car on my way back inside, I notice there's no one inside. And I'm thinking, oh, maybe they just forgot something on the order. That's happened a lot of times. People get an order, they come by and realize they forgot something in their pickup order, go inside to pick it up. Always a good idea to have someone with them so that person can pick it up while the other person is waiting for the order to come outside. But no, both people, as I would find out, it was two, were inside, and I'm hoping they just forgot a few things. But after several minutes of waiting and seeing no signs, I'm realizing they're taking too long. I have a feeling they're actually just shopping inside. When they do finally get outside and I see one of them pushing a small cart with food, I come out and ask, excuse me, can I have the name on your order? And they say, oh, it's okay. We already got our food. I said, wait, you don't even have a pickup order? They said, no. And I point right at the pickup location sign, say, can you read that sign up there? They look at me frustrated and confused and ask, what's the big deal? And I said, you are illegally parking in a section of the store you're not supposed to. If you're gonna park somewhere, park in the parking lot. One of them immediately starts yelling at me for my rudeness. And I said, I don't care. You are breaking the rules, you're illegally parking, and I'm not gonna stand for that. As he's still yelling, I go inside. My manager asks me what's going on. I tell him what happened. He says, oh, okay, I understand. Yeah, definitely not the first time we've had people doing that. So we're getting sick and tired of people not following the rules and doing whatever they feel like because they're entitled to do so or think they're entitled. They just don't care. They're extremely arrogant and want to do things their way regardless of the consequences. And I'm actually showing them the consequences of their actions. So I get the next order ready and I tell him, okay, those people are still there. I imagine they're probably going to cuss me out or whatever, but I'm just going to deliver. So as I'm bringing it out, I see the driver of the van, well, driver of the vehicle, is eyeing me. Instead of talking to him, I point right at the sign with a strong implication. It's pickup, not regular parking. Get it right. And I immediately turn to bring the groceries out to the order, and I hear the person saying something. I don't catch it, but I imagine they're also flipping me off. Just another example of people who refuse to actually read signs, using your eyes to figure things out, to get along everywhere. That would actually be super beneficial for everyone. Not a time to put your own pride above everyone else at all. But I have learned in retail, people really do not want to read. They don't want to bother using their minds to comprehend the simplest things because they want to believe that they will be right because they're the customer. So I have always asked my fellow coworkers, and they understand this point, imagine if we actually went to their workplace and treated them the same way they treat us. I doubt much would change, but maybe it would actually help them realize how they mistreat us all the time. Even my current boss, the top boss, not just my department head, but my top boss, has acknowledged that the customer is not always right, but we do have to treat them that way. And I told him, I understand, and I hate that saying. He admitted he hated it too. And occasionally I do tell people that the history of that saying is now over 100 years old, but it was criticized when the entrepreneur who came up with that saying, the customer is always right, was actually criticized immensely for coming up with it because people are already starting to find ways to manipulate their way into a very good deal or trying to get free stuff. That has not changed in over 100 years. And as much as I hate the cancel culture, I really think that saying needs to be canceled because it is telling people they don't need to be responsible adults. They need to look for a way to trick the system and manipulate people to get what they want, even if they have to use politically charged cards, whatever it might be, the pro-Trump card, pro-Biden card, race hate card, whatever it might be, whatever happens to be convenient at that moment to say that they deserve a discount or they deserve to get this and you are hateful, whatever you want to put in the brackets. But seriously, that just is a byproduct of people being extremely illiterate and don't even care about the consequences of their actions. And they hate it even more when someone actually points out that they're in the wrong. Did you just say I'm wrong? My mama never told me I could be wrong. She thought I was an angel. Yeah, well, angels have also fallen from heaven before time began. Just ask Lucifer. You're speaking his tongue. So yeah, the customer's not always right, and a lot of people do not know how to read and refuse to learn how to read or accept accountability for their actions. It's definitely time for us to grow up and realize if we're going to be adults, we're past kindergarten, right? Time to read and learn and be responsible. That's my rant for now.